It's another baby themed video today. Hi everyone, I'm back today with another baby named themed video. A while ago I did 10 baby girl names that I love but won't be using personally, and that video went down really well, so I'm going to do today the 10 baby boy names that I really love but won't be using. And so yeah, I'm just going to crack on and get straight into it rather than have a huge preamble. Again, this is just a fun video. It's not meant to be offensive if any of these names are names that you've used. They're not names I don't like, they're names I do like very much, but for whatever reason I'm not going to be using them myself in the future, and I haven't used them up to this point either. So there's no particular order to them, I've just got them written down. And so the first name that I've got is Thomas. I really like the name Thomas, I always have really liked the name Thomas. But for whatever reason, in the last few years, it seems a lot of other people have really liked the name Thomas, and a few family and friends and things have used the name Thomas themselves, and so obviously I can't really use it now. It would be a bit odd if I just had the same name as everyone else. And it was the same with a few of the baby girl names that I really liked. A few of those had to be vetoed because a few of my friends had used them. So that's why Thomas is a no for me. Another boy name that I always really liked is Toby, and I still really love Toby, but I'm also a really big fan of the Paranormal Activity films, and in the Paranormal Activity films the demon is called Toby, so it just seems a little bit of a bad omen to name my baby after a known demon, even though I really love the name. It's one of my favourite films, and I'm not sure I would ever be able to get rid of the connotation of Toby with the demon in Paranormal Activity. Obviously if you're not a fan of the paranormal films, then that'll mean nothing to you, but I've watched them a lot of times, and so when I hear the name Toby now, it just sort of, I'm not sure if I could actually imagine myself saying it anymore, if that makes sense. The next name that I really like is Noah, and I've really liked Noah for a lot of years, but unfortunately, again, a few friends have used the name Noah, and so I don't really want to copy off them, but I still think it's a really nice name, even if it is getting quite popular now. I do quite like popular baby names. I'm not put off by top 100 popularity or anything like that, but if you are, perhaps Noah might not be a name that you would choose for that reason, because it comes up quite high. I think it's really quite up there in popularity terms, so chances are there will be a lot of Noahs in children's classes to come, but I still really like it, and if I hadn't had a lot of friends using it, it possibly would have been one of my sort of shortlisted names. The next name that I really like is Theo. I love the name Theo. I just think it's a really cute little boy name, and I can just picture this little sort of artsy little boy running around with his name Theo. It's been a name I've liked for a while, but it doesn't go with my daughter's name. They don't sound right together, and so for that reason Theo's off my list. Next on the list we've got Harry. I love Harry. Again, it's another popular name, it's a traditional name, and I really do enjoy it. The only thing is it really doesn't go with my last name, and I liked Harry well before I was married, but my married name, it doesn't flow very well at all, so Harry is unfortunately out for me. The next name follows a similar sort of trend. I've got Finlay. I love Finlay, and I have for, again, a long time, but unfortunately it's another name that doesn't go with my married surname, and so Finlay is out for that reason as well. I've always liked the name Finlay. I really like the nickname Finn. I just think it's cute. It's sort of an outdoorsy style name. I could imagine a little Finn being quite a little adventurer, and yeah, so I really like it, but it just doesn't go with my last name. The next name that I've got is Bracken, and I really like that name. As well as being a huge fan of traditional names, I also really like naturey names, and Bracken is one of the ones I've always thought is quite nice. Unfortunately for me, my husband prefers more traditional names, and so he wasn't prepared to entertain the idea of having a son called Bracken, and so for that reason Bracken is off my list, even though it's still a name I really love, and I think it's a beautiful little boy name. Next I've got Milo. I think Milo is quite sort of a cheeky little boy name, and I really like it. It was close to being a contender for me, but it was sort of hit off the top spot by a name I did choose, and so now it's in the list of names that I love but won't be choosing. The next name that I liked is Archer. Hello. That's my cat trying to come up and get cuddles. The next name that I liked is Archer, and I do think that's quite a cute little boy name. And again, it's another one that my husband vetoed. He just wasn't keen on Archer, and he wasn't prepared to entertain the idea of having a son called Archer. So, hello. Hi. So for that reason, Archer was unfortunately relegated to the 10 names that I really like but won't be using. The next name that I really like is Darcy, and I really like it as a unisex name. It goes really well for boys or girls, but recently it has become really popular for girls. And 2 people that I know have had little girls called Darcy, so I didn't really want to have a son with the same name as their daughters, just for, you know, obvious sort of reasons. Even though it is sort of what I would consider a unisex name, I do think it's now more of a girl name, whereas traditionally it was more of a boy name, but now it seems to be more of a girl name. And so for that reason, Darcy is now on my list of top 10 names that I do really love but won't be using. So that's all of them. Hello, cat. So that's just some of the names that I like but won't be using. I've got the top 10, but I do really like baby names. I watch a lot of baby name videos, and I'm a little bit obsessed with baby names. And so even though I've put this as top 10 names I won't be using, there are quite a lot of names that I went through and had a little bit of a love affair with before I actually chose my chosen names for my babies. And so I hope you enjoyed this, and if any of these names you've used yourself, let me know, or if any of them you really like or you really hate, let me know, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!